Alrighty, guys. Looks like we're going to be getting this one live into the next matchup on Cbble. And once again, Mega Man and Blue bringing you guys the action on the Cbble.tv/Games Academy channel. If you want to hear the broadcast in Portuguese for your native tongue, all you Brazilian fans out there, and anybody who's watching from Portugal as well, feel free to go to the other channel, which is Games Academy 2 on Azubu. So that is being casted by Beta. And once again, Cobblestone will be map number 2. Train if we need it on the 3rd. Blue, how do you feel after that first matchup?
I feel like Team Peacemaker has a little bit of work to do here if they want to take this map. Zews is definitely the better player picker. I'll say that much. When it came to dodgeball, like in high school,
they came out on top as far as the
his team won in gym class like a lot.
Or just pick the big burly guys that would just deck the nerds in the face with the.
I would pick Fallen, and then I'm just gonna pick a bunch of other crazy players, and then maybe add in like 1 or 2 others there into the mix. So it worked out great for him. But this is Peacemaker's map pick, if I recall correctly, so we'll see if they can do any better. To start off, though, it starts great as they take down Boltz, but some great damage was done to these guys before that happened. However, it's not going to stop them from picking up more kills. There's just a huge battle back over here on the ramp that obliterates almost everyone from Team Zews. FNX tries to go for a quick flank, but it fails. Felps takes him down, and Peacemaker get themselves off to a good start here on the T side.
Exactly. Now they need to not squander this by losing an eco round early on in this one, and you can see it's not too terribly heavy of an investment just yet. We're still waiting to see what Fallen decides to do, but he's probably going to hold on to the USP for this round. Nope, he goes for the scout buy. Okay, so he is going to have a scout. This is a full investment from the Team Zeus CT side. Fallen's going to be taking that scout down through long A to try to hold things off, and it's going to be another fast push down through mid. Oh, and he just tags the living crap out of Felps, drops him to 10 HP. It takes a little bit in return, but this is scary now, and Felps is actually just going to kill that player through his teammate, so nicely done from them, and they're clearing things out really, really easily right now. Fallen goes down. The last man standing is going to be Boltz behind a smoke by the doors outside of the connector to A.
Yeah, it's quick kills left and right here to basically knock these guys out as fast as possible. Even catching them on some of the trickier angles there, too. Fallen made some good attempts to pick up some kills, but it doesn't really work out so well. So now it'll be on Boltz. Peeks out. Surprising against Lucas a little bit there, but he cannot eliminate him. Lucas will take him out of the play with a Glock. And Peacemaker will take their second round without too much trouble.
Yeah, and Boltz actually fell and broke his leg over there. I don't know. He might have fallen differently on your screen, but it was pretty hilarious on my screen the way that he fell. His boot was in his butt. That's how far up his leg went. So, Team Zeus going for the full save this time around. Only $1,800 on Fallen right now, so it'll be interesting what they buy going into the first full gun round. They do have 2,000 on FNX, but I don't think they're really going to have enough to go for an AWP, and they're going for a heavy B play going into this round. So, the T side reading this one right, they're just going to keep onslaughting over at A, and this has worked out so far for him in this matchup.
Taking a bait hook, line, and sinker, essentially, with Fur single-handedly making a whole load of noise. He's even going to go in towards drop, and look, they immediately stop rotating, too. They think, all right, maybe this is going to be a key play, but Fur, it's not stopping him from finding these kills. Down to 2 HP now, and still wins another duel versus FNX. Taco taking down Fallen, and then it's all on Boltz now. Finally manages to shut down Rush, but up for he himself has dropped to 47 HP. So it's just going to be a wild goose chase to eliminate him, and they should be able to take him out pretty quickly, as you just saw there.
Yeah, so this is the exact start that Peacemaker's squad wanted going into this one. 3-0 to start things off. Henny already on the AWP. Felps has yet to upgrade. They are going to throw over an AK to him and buy one onto Lucas, and this is going to be where it's interesting for the CT side. No AWP presence from Fallen or Showtime. Showtime actually on a FAMAS, and they don't have a whole lot of utility to work with. They only have 2 smokes on the CT side. They've already used one of them.
So from Team Zeus this time, they're going to go for the heavy stack over towards that B-bomb site, and Fur, it's his job yet again to single-handedly make all this noise, and Boltz has to detect this A play, but it's going and wrapping around, so I'm not actually sure if he's going to be able to hear it. I think he realizes what's starting to happen now as they actually start to pour out onto the site, but
he's stuck.
Now he needs to keep himself quiet here, yeah, exactly, because he needs to be careful of taking that duel, but Felps is going to push right into him to knock him out of the picture anyway. Now we see FNX moving in there, finding a kill on towards Rush, not Rush, apologies, one of the guys on the team that says Rush. Fur trading back 2 more, though. Looks like Team Peacemaker hold pretty good control of this one with Felps going crazy at the end there to find the 4K.
Yeah, what a nuts round from Felps. Able to jump down and find Boltz. Boltz was just, He outstayed his welcome there in mid, and with no help from anybody at the top side of mid, he just gets found out immediately going into that one. So really nicely done. Really nice round from Felps. 2 back-to-back kills. He had 8 HP on those last 2 kills as well. So nicely done from him. 4-0 for Team Peacemaker, and you can see exactly why they wanted to play Cobblestone and start on the terrorist side, because they are off and rolling, and if they can keep the money down on the Zeus squad side, there's not going to be a whole lot that they can do to really stem the bleeding. And Fallen getting aggressive here. They might catch out Taco, and they do, so that's a nice little early find for Team Zeus.
Team is already trying to go for an entry on towards the B site. Lucas, Felps, and Fur all picking up kills there. And the other player that gets remotely low is going to be Felps, now down at 10 HP. He's just going to take a forward position to try and surprise one of the remaining members from the CT side. Fur already moving back over here inside of the halls too, looking for some more pickups. Boltz maybe a little surprise against Felps. There we go, finishing him off. But now he's been revealed. He's out in the open. He's looking for a gun to scavenge, but they're actually having some trouble taking him down. There we go. And he finds the Juan Dig after a little bit of trouble connecting the earlier shots. Knocking him down. It starts 5-0, this time in the favor of Team Peacemaker, however.
But now you have the op in the hands of Fallen. You've got a pretty good buy behind this. Everybody's got a smoke on the CT side, so they're going to be able to smoke off drop. They're going to be able to smoke off broken wall, throw a smoke down in the bottom side of mid, and maintain control of this one for a little while longer than they normally would without that utility. And you saw how not having that utility in the first gun round really kind of bit them in the ass, because they didn't have anything to stop that push coming up and wrapping on Boltz. This time around, though, it looks like it's going to be a little bit heavier towards the B bomb site. You got Taco and Fur up top, just looking for anything that they can find, and that only thing they're going to find is a Molotov. So Felps getting aggressive. He comes out through broken wall, not accounting for Showtime. He's going to be able to get that easy kill, and it's already a man advantage going the way of Team Zeus.
Now they're going to re-smoke broken wall too to try and hold up close to it. Team Peacemaker trying to figure out how they want to go about this now that they've been pushed back actually from the platform push. 2 of these guys still going to make an attempt to make their way through the smoke over here on drop, and they'll be going up against FNX for that battle, who's now at 42 HP, but he's hugging the wall. So his aim has to be on point when these 3 players just jump over it. This is going to be crazy, and there's no action coming in the platform. Picks up 1 kill, almost finds a second. Cold's going to move in to pick that one up for himself, but Fur holding back nice and patient. Catches the trade, leaves it into a 3-on-2 situation, but they only have Showtime defending the B bomb site.
Yeah, this is going to have to be a very fast rotation from these last 2 CTs over here, and you can see they're starting to work their way over. Boltz is coming over now, and he's going to be watching for anybody coming out through the drop room, but it's really going to be on Showtime. He's going to have to come up huge right here. Henny right around the corner, not getting spotted just yet, waiting for the peaks to come out. It's a standoff, and there's the peak. He's going to find the first and the second, and Showtime pretty much single-handedly over there in the B bomb site, shutting that push down.
I think the biggest problem there was just a lack of info from Team Peacemaker. They absolutely could have made that push in towards the B bomb site after that play towards drop happened, where we had the exchange that left it in a 3-on-2 scenario. The ultimate problem was because they had made such little progress on getting platform control, they didn't really know what was out on the site, so that's why they played it slow. Where in reality, if they knew what was on that site, they easily could have overwhelmed. I think it was Showtime that was sitting just below broken wall and then gotten site control, while the other 2 were still basically fully committed to the A bomb site.
Oh, and Cold going full aggressive over here. They're going to throw a nice flashbang that's going to catch Showtime, and they're already out through drop. Nobody's over there in drop room, and that's just going to be the shutdown on the B-bomb site right then and there. As you can see, Felps coming around the corner. He's going to just annihilate FNX. And over here in mid, Lucas trying to do some work and hold Boltz from that rotation, and he's done his job now. Fallen coming around through the drop zone. He's going to get the first kill, not accounting for one behind him, but it's going to be okay because he does have a teammate now with him, Boltz, coming around from the backside of the broken side. And there's the push through. Nice job from Fallen. Gonna get that second kill, and it leaves it in Felps' hands in a 1v2.
Felps, interesting. Oh, I was about to say, interestingly enough, he has like a body to hide behind here and try to use it as a little bit of a distraction, but now he needs to try to get this bomb done. Plenty of time to play with a minute left on the clock, but he's gonna plant it in a pretty safe spot for his own position. Now he'll have to be careful of Fallen, who looks like he's gonna be moving in through the doors, and he needs to go first because Felps' position has his eyes directly onto Boltz there, and there's the lineup on the headshot. Fallen can't find the trade quickly enough as we still have Felps in a safe position. He's looking for a second 4K, but Fallen will be able to take him out. He's going to find the 3K this round after a little bit of a sloppy start with his op shots. And of course, plenty of time to defuse the bomb and put a second round onto the board for Team Zeus. What
a great recovery from Team Zeus' side. They had the man disadvantage, and Fallen just patient over by the drop room, waiting for his teammate to rotate. Hits a nice shot onto Henny, gets the op out of their hands. It's still a healthy economy on the terrorist side. This is going to be the last buy before his save, and Henny, he was on 11,000 the round before this. Now he's all the way down to $0. So you can see how losing that op 2 rounds in a row has really affected his economy. But really nicely managed there from Fallen in that 2v3, able to pick up all 3 of those kills and clutch out the round for his team.
And this time from Team Peacemaker, they're just going to go all out, I think, on the rush to get themselves, at least trying to get themselves out towards the B bomb site. The problem, though, is that they actually don't really have a whole lot of coverage, but they're still a little cautious about it. Again, intel is the key here. Smokes and whatnot starting to pull out onto the site. It's not the best coverage out in the open, but at least a little bit closer towards drop room. They have a big smoke there, and that's holding back the majority of the members of Team Zeus. Now they're going to start to push back out. The CT's using their own smokes here, too, as Henny's up on top at 1 HP. He cannot get aggressive now, and that Molly's a little bit dangerous. Thankfully, it does not connect onto him. Felps moving in, doing some work. Finally, he'll be traded out by FNX as he drops it. The CTs are still fighting for active control of this bomb site right now. They brought all the members of Team Peacemaker down solo, but it's the same story on Team Zeus's side. Now FNX gets a flank over on towards Taco, and he now trying to clutch this out with 1 HP. So cautious as he creeps his way around. He could pistol both of these players, but now they're just going to jump right up on top of the big platform there, and Boltz will take him down without too much of a trouble at all. And there'll be plenty of time left to defuse the bomb.
Really smart 2v1 play there from FNX and Boltz. Going for that boost, and they salvage actually 2 ops out of that round. So Showtime's going to have one, Fallen's going to have one, or maybe Cold is going to have it. Nope, he actually drops it. No, he picks it back up. So Cold is actually going to have the AWP this time around instead of Showtime, who was opping on Mirage. And Cold, surprisingly enough, 1-8 right now. Off to a relatively slow start. The terrorist side, it's mainly Fur and Felps that are doing a majority of the work at 13-6 and 10-5 respectively. But again, just to kind of reiterate on that last round, that 1v2 play was absolutely beautiful, and Henny is just going to barrel on out B, try to pull a distraction in a rotation, and he actually pulls one off the site that was fallen. He's going to come back around here towards mid. He's going to hit that first shot, and that was a beautiful one on a Taco. Saying, hey teammate, see you later.
They already detected that this was going to be a play towards the A-bomb site. Ooh, Lucas almost escaping with 1 frag, but at the end of the day, none will be picked up by the guys on Team Peacemaker that time around, as Team Zeus just shuts it down. And Cold, who was starting off this match a little bit cold, I guess you could say, he's going to pick up 2 kills that round. Still lagging behind a little bit compared to the rest of his teammates, but we're still sort of early on here.
This is actually 2 back-to-back force buys from Team Peacemaker. They had 2 Tech 9s and 3 AKs last round. This time around, they have 2 AKs and 3 Tech 9s. So it's kind of flipped around. They don't have the good money situation. They're just going to barrel into the B-bomb site. Cold is blind, but he's behind the fountain, so he's got protection, and he's going to be able to hit that opening shot. Takes down Lucas, and there's more swarming over towards the fountain side. They actually reverse boost up top, and they're going to catch Cold out. They're not ready for that boost. Showtime's going to go down as well. Felps doing work right now with that Tech 9, as well as Henny with the AK, and things kind of fall apart here at the B-bomb site for the CT side of Team Zeus.
They're going to try to nade on top of this bomb plant position, and it's worked too. Oh, Fur! He realizes way too late that that Molly's going to spread, so he just takes the burn damage instead and goes down. Fallen finding another kill. Now it's even out. It's down to a 2 versus 2, and there's been 0 damage taken, but take a look now. Boltz, he's in the smoke. He's going to go for the ninja defuse, and he might be able to grab it, and in fact, he will! Sneaks it away, goes wildfire spray, and they're due to pick up some of these kills, but they steal it away. So much confusion on the bomb site, and Team Zeus will win the round.
And it sucks because Felps did so much work at the start of that round. That was incredible from him. And just again, another retake situation where Team Zeus gets themselves back into this one. So nicely done from them. 5-5 tied up, back into that double up setup. But that bomb plant and that money bonus starting to ramp up for Team Peacemaker, and they're going to be able to pick up a full buy into this round. So unrelenting over towards the B bomb site, and again, they're going to push aggressively over in this area. And this time it's going to be FNX. He's fully blind, spraying his life away, but he can't connect onto Felps. But now Showtime sweeping it around the corner. That's going to be a big flash. He's not going to be fooled by that, and Coldzera in the meantime takes down Lucas. So back and forth this round goes, but the CT side comes out on top.
These smokes are really hurting them because they're scared to peek out beyond the smoke. Cold's position just inside of Chicken Coop. They've got him covered, though, as long as they don't peek out so much. They just go for a broken wall drop. They should be good to go. They've already lost Taco, however, very quickly after that. Now Cold connects his shot on towards Henny. Zeus, they're going to take control of this matchup now by holding a 1-round lead.
Yeah, and ever since Cold picked up the AWP, he went from 1-8, I believe he was, to 6-9. So he's 5-1 now since he's picked up the AWP. So obviously a little bit of a stat line to watch out for, as he is still the bottom fragger for the Zeus side, but they're so even. 8 kills for 3 of them, 7 for another, and 6 for their bottom fragger. So very, very close as far as that's concerned. On the opposing side, it's Felps, 17-8 right now. Guy's a beast.
Cold going for the aggressive peek up on platform now in this round. Not going to spot anything as Peacemaker. They slowed this down by like 3 or 4 gears. They've been playing pretty aggressively. Now it's time to take it much more passively, because every time they try to do this, Zeus has been able to manage the situation much better than they have. And this is part of the reasons to why now they've come back so heavily. as they're taking a little bit slower. Definitely still aiming to get themselves on towards the B bomb site, but this could also change at a moment's notice too, with no one really committing to anything. The counter boost, though, that could do some work, because now Cold's going to move out. Does pick up one kill over there on a Taco, but it's very quickly traded back out. Now FNX with that counter boost, picking up a kill on towards Lucas, and he's just going to fall back and give them the space now to push in towards him.
I wish I knew what how to speak Portuguese, because I want to know what Cold's talking about right now, but Fallen's going to be able to take down Felps. That was trying to be an aggressive push down through drop towards the CT connector, and unfortunately it doesn't pay off for the T side of Peacemaker, so it's going to be down to Henny and Fur to try to clutch this round out 2v4, and a flashbang around towards long A. They're trying to bring that one back around, but they've lost the bomb here in connector. They are going to be able to pick it up, but Fallen swings, takes him down, and Henny falls immediately afterwards. Boltz stalwart on this A bomb site, not letting anybody in. 7-5 now the scoreline, and Team Zews starting to walk away. That's like that's 7 rounds in a row that they've won. It was 5-0 for Team Peacemaker at the start of this one, so nice recovery from Zeus' side.
Ever since they got the economy into a better place here, the CT side has basically flipped itself on its head, and we've been seeing such better performances from basically everybody here on Team Zeus.
It's been so many clutch rounds too.
Yeah. Again, everybody, once they got the big guns and they were able to consistently do that, everybody was just performing so much better. Now they themselves are actually going to get pretty aggressive here too, pushing out towards long A. That doesn't work very well. SeDi and Lucas does a tag team duo over here up towards long A. They got both the players that tried to push it, but then 2 op kills back to back. Fallen and Cold each finding them. Fallen still alive here, taking down Henny, trying to push himself up towards ramp, and just like that, the T offense is completely gone. It's all on Taco.
Yeah, and Fallen's gonna just take a nice little jump peek there over by the APC in sight. Gonna spot him out, gets the 3K on the round. So Taco, he's having a rough go at this one. 3-9 for him on the scoreboard. Henny at 6-8 again, but the economy is so bad on Peacemaker's side, he can't get the AWP in his hands. So again, 8 rounds in a row now for the Team Zeus side. This double up setup that they've had, Cold and Fallen, has really sparked this CT side.
Now, from the side of Team Peacemaker, a little bit split up to start the round. They're actually watching out for this aggression, which is why there's so much noise going on. They're just spraying and trying to hold these players back. They're scared now from Team Peacemaker's end of this, and that's a great time nade, too, that's tossed over the boost, over the drop angle. Both Taco along with Lucas are now going to be extremely low, 43 HP and 53 HP, respectively. And Team Zeus, to be honest, you look at it, they've used a lot of their smokes, but they barely... Actually, there's still 3 smokes left, but they've also got 3 mollies to work with here as well. So all this being done with minimal utility usage, they can still hold this back for another 30 to 40 seconds, potentially.
They do manage to take Fallen down in mid. That's what the main purpose of all that spam was going on there in middle, so they finally do manage to find him. But again, a lot of damage early in this round onto the Team Peacemaker's side. You can see there was actually another nade while you were talking about that push down in mid. There was another nade that came over the top of drop that dropped Fur down to 47 health. So 53 on Lucas, 41 on Taco, and 47 on Fur. But there's a nice flank play. Henny very patient over here by mid, and he's going to be able to find another kill. And now they might be able to work their way up and figure out that this is actually open. But FNX is going to get aggressive on the broken wall and spots out too. And now Coldzera, he's going to have work ahead of him. They drop the bomb. Fur does pick it up, though.
I don't know if they actually have enough time to get this over towards the A-bomb site, which is what they're going to try to do now. This is going to be very, very close. They basically cannot stop. They have to get this thing on the site and plant it in the first go. And what's worse is Zeus is going to read this like a book, so they'll have enough time to rotate back in. The molly and whatnot will get tossed into the doors. No smoke, though, so they can still catch these players walking across. 9 seconds. The bomb's down. The second player, he jumps across, but he's caught. Now he's trying to get the plant. Oh, and he stops doing it, so there's no way they're going to be able to escape. They try to hunt down the last player, but Cold is smart. Sits back and realizes that it's not going to be possible for them to win with the time that they were rushing towards. So Team Zeus wins yet another round, but heavy losses that time. He is going to put quite a dent in the economy.
Even more of a disaster for the Team Peacemaker side is the fact that Lucas died after the round expired, so he's going into this round with $700. He just buys up a naked deagle buy. So the rest of his team is going to at least have some arsenal to work with here. Not a lot of nades to work with, but they do have some rifles. They do have the AWP on Henny, which was salvaged out of the last round, but this time around, it's going to be Fallen very aggressive here in the A halls, and he might get caught by Lucas trying to back off here, but he knows exactly where he's at. Takes the peek, takes the fight, and he actually gets tagged down to 59, so not the start that he was looking for, at least.
Jumping down, getting quick control of the drop area, but a little bit of team damage exchange there as Felps takes a step too far to the right. Now they move in. Boltz picking up another one, but Taco on point with his aim today, taking down Showtime. Cold, a lot of pressure on him inside a chicken coop, picking up a first shot, picking up a second shot on towards Henny, looking for a third, finally going to miss a connection, and now Taco waiting for him to find the peak. There we go, catches that. Now he's dead meat, and Fur waiting for these players to rush outside on the CT side. Fallen, not going to take this without a little bit of a battle. He tries to jump inside a drop, but Fur is waiting for him. Will be able to eliminate it. And we'll end the half once again at a 9-6 scoreline, and it's the same thing that we had last map too, with Team Zeus leading.
Yeah, but definitely not the style of half that the Peacemakers wanted to have on this one. Fallen really coming alive there towards the end of that half. He almost ended up getting that clutch out at in the long run, but unfortunately not able to get that done. But the big thing is the recovery. That was, 9 rounds in a row for the CT side until that final round from the Peacemakers. So nicely done from Team Zeus, looking to take this series in a 2-0 fashion. I don't know if they're going to play all 3 maps just because, but they're looking to take the series at least in a 2-0 fashion. And they've got the opportunity right here to win out another pistol round and take this one. So they've won 2 out of the 3 pistol rounds so far, and we'll see if they can do it again this time around. But those nades, oh my goodness.
It's going to be a lot of damage. Now they roll into drop. They need to be on point with the headshots. FNX jumping in, though, takes them both down. And they got Taco corner, too. He's out in the open. He's going to try to fall back to cover.
These
Not
burst
possible, though. Fallen takes him down. And look, they've even driven a wedge between the remaining defenders. You've got Cold pushes inside of the site connector. He takes down one of the remaining guys. And now it's just all on Henny.
Yeah, there's not a lot that he's going to be able to do. He drops out a decoy as if it's a flash. He's going to be able to find Fallen, but there's so much work for him to do. He's got Showtime tucked away in the corner. He's got another player that's down around the side, and that's going to be a burst block in his face as well. So time taken away, manages to find a second one, but again, Showtime and Cold have a nice crossfire going on, and Cold is just going to wrap around. He does go down, and the final one is around the backside of the wall, but finally Showtime takes him out, and I don't think he had a kit to work with either anyway. So
there was a kit and drop for him that he could have used, but he would have had to have time to actually go and retrieve that. So it would have been very close, but that was almost a nice clutch.
So Zeus picking up the pistol round. That's going to extend their lead. They're looking to go up at least maybe 12-6 before all is said and done in this half. But again, just a tough spot for Team Peacemaker. They've just been struggling throughout this matchup.
So Zeus pushing their players directly over towards the B-bomb site, taking it a little bit slower, as they are going to have Cold to make some noise towards the A-bomb site and hopefully keep the players there. Team Peacemaker have taken a gamble and stacking 4 closer towards A, and with this first kill happening, it's actually probably going to solidify their positions, but at the same time, now the take starts to happen towards the B-bomb site. They've realized this is happening as well, so as they roll back in there, Lucas gives away his position over towards Chicken Coop. He's going to be overwhelmed pretty quickly. That Molly tossed, actually, no, it still goes to the floor, but it won't really matter all that much anyway, because FNX and Boltz is cleaning up shop. Rush, or Henny, holding up at least 1 kill. And then Taco finding FNX, so some damage being done here at the very least, but in a moment, Boltz rolling out there with the MAC-10, picking up 1. Shut down on the second, but finally Fallen has had enough of this. Takes down Taco and ends the round. I keep seeing Rush, and it keeps confusing me.
Yeah, you're not used to seeing the tags at the end of the name, yeah.
The tag is at the end of the name, and that's like confusing the crap out of me.
Nevertheless, Zeus are going to be able to capitalize. They're up 11-6 right now. We're looking to push this one to a 12-6, and they're going to get a golden opportunity at this on default pistols for Team Peacemaker, but again, like we said before, guys, this is a fun show match between some friends and some professional players here. They're actually playing for $2,000, which is being put on the line from csgowild.com. So make sure to check that out as well. But the frag's coming out, and it's just MAC-10 kills across the board. The economy is going to be so solid here for the Team Zeus squad. Bolt's the only non-MAC-10 kill in the round. 2 for FNX. Coldzera picking up 1 as well. So nicely done, and they've got a ton of money going into this first gun round.
I think they said they couldn't do this because they didn't have the map in their server or something like that, but I would love if we could play a third map just for shits and giggles on the new nuke.
That would be
sweet.
Fun.
I don't think they can do that though, so we'll have to see what happens after this one. I don't exactly know what the plan is going to be, if we're just going to end it here, if we'll try to do a third map for fun.
And we'll find out here soon. Henny very aggressive here at long A. He's going to get flashed out, and he's got to have backup from Fur because they're swarming this position, and Fur is going to swing. He's going to go down. Great pop flash. Fallen's going to clean up Henny as well. He actually runs right past the AWP. Not going to pick that one up, but he's going to be there to support his teammate and take down Taco on that trade. 2 for 1 for Taco in that situation, but now coming around from the backside, Bolt's working his way up. They haven't accounted for this player in the site. Hi, how you doing? I'm Felps. Nice to meet you guys. Going to drop the bomb carrier and make it a 2v2. So nicely done, but Cold, he's worked his way up towards the heaven side.
The worst part about that, too, is yeah, there's not really going to be anyone in a position to immediately take down Felps. Thankfully, Cold still manages to eliminate Lucas in the initial 1v1, and then Cold, a point there with the headshot, takes down the final defender there, too. So Peacemaker not making a very good case to try and tie things up now on this CT side, falling behind very quickly, and realistically now only going to have one more gun round to try and stop this. They'll invest this round with some upgraded pistols, and they'll head into a gun round next time, but if they don't stop it there, it's all over.
You remember when I said Cold was 1-8? He's 19-13 top fragging for his team now.
Started off a little shy there.
Since then, he's gone 18-5.
Had to heat up a bit.
That's ridiculous. He's gone 18-5 since he was 1-8. That's insane. And now you see him getting aggressive. Felps is going to open things up, but there's a lot of AK frags coming out. It's going to be Boltz, FNX, Fallen, and FNX again. So it's all just down to Taco. He finds one with the CZ75, but he just doesn't have enough bullets to contend with all these people, and Cold's going to finish it off. Nearly a team ace. Only Showtime not getting on the board. Boltz survives with 1 HP, and 14-6 is going to be your scoreline as Team Zeus now 2 rounds away from taking this series.
So we'll look at what Peacemaker is bringing to the table for this round. We still see the op in the hands of Henny, and most of the players still able to get exactly what they need to. I think the only real thing that they would be missing this time would be Henny's utility, but that's pretty normal part of the course here for the CT economy, so that's not anything huge that they are missing. They should still easily be able to hold off this push with what they've brought to the table on their riflers, and with a rush pick, with Fur picking up an early kill here, that should immediately boost the benefit of it as well.
Not to mention the fact that he also drops Showtime to 3 HP. Felps taking a little bit of a peek there, but for some reason that molly was actually off the mark, clips the wall, and doesn't drop where it necessarily wanted to drop. And now Felps is going to get aggressive and take a peek, and Cold is going to punish him. So back to a 4v4, but Showtime might just be counted out of this round. A stray nade or a stray bullet's going to take him right off the map.
Taco peeking in and out, trying to watch when the actual push is going to roll on, and the smoke's going to cover a window, but it's too slow. They peek it too quickly over towards drop. They drop the bomb. They now know it's coming in towards this B-bomb site, so they're going to have that. Have the number 6-man Henny. He's ready to rotate in if his help is even needed. Cold's going to move in towards drop. Actually falls back a little bit after it gets smoked out because they need to make sure they get this bomb on the site itself and definitely not get it trapped inside of drop room there. Take a look at Lucas. Good trigger discipline from him. He hasn't fired off just as of yet. And now he's the last player alive. He's got to play this so sneakily, make sure he doesn't get spotted. They haven't seen him as yet. Now he goes to the spray, picks up 1 and 2, and he knows the last player is up on the platform looking for the clutch, but he thinks he's too far to the left, so Showtime just waiting for him to peek back out. Spots it, but he clutches it out! And a huge ninja play from Lucas keeps Peacemaker alive in this match.
What a boss. What an absolute boss play that was. Showtime didn't drop out because he was so low he didn't want to give away his position to any of the players to tag him down, even in a 1v3. So the 2 full health players push out, and Lucas just plays that brilliantly. What a play from him. I expect to see that one on Reddit later on this afternoon. 14-17. Peacemakers finally get one on the board on their CT side, but they have got such a hill to climb, but that definitely puts a little wind in their sails.
They're still in a very, very thin rope as far as actually winning this game is concerned, however, considering how close Zeus is from just closing out the map. They're actually only at the halfway point here. Team Zeus going to make a lot of noise this round to start off. Back over here outside of the B-bomb site, same as many rounds before it. Definitely going to be a little bit more scared to commit to themselves now.
Yeah, 4 players working their way around towards this broken wall and drop side. They've got one still lurking in mid that's going to be FNX to try to make something happen if there's a rotation that comes out, but they've actually yielded the drop room and some damage going out onto Taco as well. Felps does have the Mag 7 close on broken wall, but he's going to get tagged. Boltz, nice shot through the smoke, is going to drop him down to 73 health as well, so he's going to have to peek out, and Fallen, still over there by drop, is going to be able to find that, and now Lucas is feeling very lonely. Can't get the spray down, finally recovers and does take down Showtime, but it's going to be Fallen to drop as well. Cold answers back, but he gets traded by Taco over by Chicken Coops, and now the big flank comes out, and there's the trigger discipline. Henny, long-range battle, pulls out the USP for that one, but now it's going to be a 2 versus 1, and Boltz has made it a 2 versus 1 after it being a 3 versus 1.
They're taking their time, just sitting back, playing it passively, hunting down that last player. And Henny, good patience from him, holds out, takes down Boltz. Was actually getting a little bit worried there initially at the beginning of the round because of the fact that they basically gave over drop control for free. But after correcting that, and after they got that counter flank going, Henny was the real hero there and making sure that happened. Then they regained control from there, and it was a pretty easy closeout. So almost was the end of the guys from Team Peacemaker, but they keep it going still now, and that's just going to be enough to bring Zeus off of the rifles for the most part and just down to Tech 9s and upgraded CZs.
Yeah, but we've seen how deadly a full-blooded push with these pistols can be, and they're just going to go straight through drop. And Lucas, he's got a Mag 7 and a Dream, but that Dream is now dead. FNX is going to find that kill. And now they got to be careful because they were getting flanked out, but Showtime just annihilates Felps, but the answer comes right back. It's a 2v1 now, though, so this is very close, and Cold might be able to sneak up here and get a rifle.
It was an all-out brawl, but now Cold has to be very, very careful about how he proceeds. With Peacemaker having the 2 versus 1 advantage, they'll have plenty of reason to get a little bit more bold, but that stack, let's look in either direction here now and hope they recover, as he's going to go for the peek. Gives away one of the positions, and he crouches up. Why? No. You didn't need to do that. He crouches up, and that gives away his spot, so neither of them end up going down.
You can see the WTFs coming out, too, because of that stack. Oh, that is hilarious.
It was funny. I think he like peeked up out of curiosity to like, wait, are they both there? Like, I want to make sure I got this right. That ended up killing him. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. I don't know what that smoke was that Fallen just threw. I caught that. He actually banks it off the top side of mid, and it lands in no man's land there in middle. So they're going to flash and push on through. Fallen's going to be leading the charge. He goes straight over towards the danger stairs. Going to make his way around towards the A bomb site. So this is a relatively upbeat paced strat from the terrorist side, and it's going to be Fur to find one. He gets traded out. Now Henny tapping away, finds the bomb carrier, but Fallen with that forward position so far out in the open already. Taco's going to come back and trade it out. 3v2 now for the CT side, going positive on their side so far.
So moving up the ramp now, but they did allow Lucas to get a position on the site. However, it's way out in the open, so Showtime taking that duel. Literally no place he can't try and take him out of the picture, and also almost managing to take down Taco too. He's got him trapped in a corner, so Showtime just clearing out this site player by player. The only hope left now would come from Felps, but again, another huge flank is lined up. He needs to take down this player. No huge trigger discipline is going to be available this time as he moves back in there. And also Showtime very low at 24 HP, but bringing down Felps now to 15. This has all of a sudden become very, very manageable. But Felps is trying to sneak around. He's hoping he's going to peek again. He doesn't need to, though, but he's going to get aggressive. It doesn't matter. Still shuts down the duel. And now we have Team Zeus on match point and set point.
Yeah, it's just these rounds have been coming down to these hero plays, you know, just ridiculous stuff, and so broke on the CT side. They're going to have to go at it with pistols right here, and they know it on the Zeus side. They absolutely know it, so I expect to see something relatively quick. They're fanning out towards the A bomb site again. Heavy stack coming towards, or at least 2 players coming towards that long A, and it's going to be Fur up top trying to make something happen. See if he can do anything. CZ, he's going to find the first one. That's a nice find because that drops the bomb carrier, so now they're going to be able to rotate another player in. Nade backing around the corner. That's going to be the cleanup there as well. Henny finds one. Felps finds one, so all of a sudden this is manageable for the CT side. Now it's 2v5.
Boltz going down. It's all on Fallen now. He's trying to be a little bit sneaky, finding 1 kill and trading it out back to get one of his teammates' AKs. But they also know he's just going to come directly through the mid connector, so he'll be smoked back off, and Taco literally rushing towards him, sneaks around. I don't think he realized it because he's out on the ramp now.
Oh, boy.
Incoming.
Oh, yeah! There it is!
Are you mad? Because I'm not.
Yeah! Woo! Taco, there it is. Are you mad? There it is. Oh, finally we see the knife come out. Beautiful stuff. That's actually Taco's second knife that he's gotten so far in this series, but nicely done. Team Peacemakers live to fight another day. 10-15, still in favor of Team Zeus, and it's just going to be a fast push towards the B bomb site to start off this potentially could be a last round, but it's a force up.
Lucas staked down to 7 HP after picking up an initial kill towards Cole, but he didn't realize now he's got more pressure coming in his direction now. FNX picking up 1 kill, but the CT so far managing this great. It's all down to FNX now. It was the second player that came out through drop. He did not go back inside of drop room to finish off Lucas, I think in fear of giving away his position, but he does have the bomb now, so time to just go out. It's time to duel. Maybe take down Henny, but that's not going to happen. Shut down by a 1-tap headshot there on Henny. And Team Peacemaker still keeping themselves in this match, fairly with a score of 15-11.
Yeah, but they're still facing 4 straight match points, and you can see the economy on the terrorist side is in shambles right now. They're forcing up again. This is curious that they keep forcing here. Maybe they're throwing away a couple rounds here, making it a little interesting for us.
I don't know about that. Throwing away the rounds. There's a lot on this match, man. A lot of honor behind this.
So again, we're going to go into this one. It's a pistol armor force up and a fast strat towards the B bomb site, and you can see they've already got a lot of players over here from the CT side. 3 of them just watching out for this one. FNX comes down and hits the Ripper onto Lucas, but they try to flash push through the smoke, and Felps is ready. There's more about around the backside. Felps is going to spray and pray, finds another one, waiting for the push to come through. He's going to get a third, and Fur on the big flank is going to get the final one, so that force up doesn't pay off whatsoever.
They were absolutely destroyed in that round, so not really going to be able to gain anything there. And the CTs surmounting a very, very decent comeback, and they've almost made it 3 more rounds, and this goes into overtime. And Team Zeus' team is not really going to be able to bring all that much. They're going to go for a pretty preservative round here. 2 Deagles, only 1 player is bringing up armor behind his, and that's FNX, and the rest will just buy up P250s.
Yeah, so we'll see if they can do anything with the pistols into this round. This should be a 15-13 scoreline when all's said and done on this one. Taco aggressive behind Broken Wall. He's not going to get tagged up, so he does manage to dodge some bullets. And FNX here in mid, he goes down, and that's actually the bomb carrier. So that's a little bit of a mistake right there. And oh no, Taco! Oh, there you go. He peeks out and does manage to find Boltz, trying to get sneaky on that smoke.
So not a whole lot of progress being made, but Fallen placing himself inside of drop could take down Felps. That's not going to work at all. There we go. Felps takes down the only risk to his team there, which is that little bit of a play they made inside of drop, and the 3rd kill happens pretty quickly after that as well. Now the guns come back into the hands of the members of Team Zeus, though, and this is when the risk immediately floors itself back up to full throttle against the members of Team Peacemaker. Because if they drop this one, it's still all over, and all the dreams of a comeback will be crushed.
Yeah, but if they win this one, we're looking down the barrel of overtime, because that's going to put the economy back into shambles on the Team Zeus side. Now, granted, they've lost 4 in a row, so they're on the money bonus, so they'll be able to scrape together a decent buy into the final round, but it's not going to... This is like the Alamo right here. This is the big buy. This is the final big buy that they have.
And Boltz looking for a way to put himself close towards drop. He might be the first player to try and push himself in. A couple more of his teammates sitting behind him. They're actually pretty light on drop defense, too. They really only got 1 player to try and hold this. They were going to move a second in towards the window now, but he can't see anything. He's just spraying blind. They're going to look to take him down. He's looking away. That could be problematic, but I didn't realize he went closer up towards the A-bomb. So they're playing rig around the Rosie right now. Felps doesn't even need the help of Fur. They're just catching him. And now Fur sitting down below. They shut this down. Team Zeus just confused themselves upon trying to go for their entries and screwed it up big time. As now Team Peacemaker close out yet another round, and they'll be 1 more away from tying things up and taking it into overtime. But Team Zeus still in a position to go for a pretty fruitful buy here, and we're still going to see mostly rifles as they empty out their bank accounts.
Yeah, and this is that force up that we were talking about. So we're looking at OT right now, potentially. Big comeback from Team Peacemaker. Those couple of force buys really coming back to bite Team Zeus in the ass right now. And this time around, they're going to go slowly. They do throw the Molotov out towards boost, or out towards drop side. And that's not going to find any damage whatsoever, but that's at least going to push the players off of that area. 2 players over by drop, and 3 players over here in mid for the T side. So, auto sniper on the board for Taco as well. He's playing from Chicken Coop, so we'll see if he can do anything if these players do decide to push on out.
Fur is taking a big risk in playing this aggressive now when this round means so much, and also when you consider that Henny's the only other player that can help him out. If there ends up being any other play towards long right now and he's overwhelmed, he's a dead man. I mean, he cannot hold that angle if more than 1 player pushes him from that corner. The other 2 now going in through drop, making sure they have a good amount of control, and they're going to make this look like a B take. But in reality, they're just trying to cut off the rotation, as now they got control of drop. They can stop the players moving in from the site connector, and everything goes to the 3 sitting outside of A to actually make their entry successful and get into this site. If they pull this off, they should be pretty much clear to clean up this round.
Yeah, this is basically designed to be an A bomb site pinch. Try to get those 2 players out of drop room and smoke things off and try to work their way back up towards connector. But they're starting to make some noise now. 1 player rotating off of mid towards the B bomb site, and that actually gets Fur to start pushing. And this is scary. He actually peeks out and he finds 1. Can't get the second one, but he's got the information that the bomb is down at the bottom side of mid. They're going to pick up the bomb and work their way in towards that B bomb site. But again, it's going to be Taco from the Chicken Coop with the auto sniper to find that opening pick.
Not enough pressure moving on towards Taco, so he's able to recover from the flashbang. Cold finding another frag as well elsewhere after he takes down Lucas. But Henny's still up and rolling now, and he's only in a 1 versus 1, but he leaves himself out in the open. He doesn't think that Showtime would have gotten to this site quickly enough. Taco holds his own, so it's going to come down to a final 1 versus 1 to decide if this goes to overtime or if Team Zeus just shuts it down in a 2-0.
Yeah, and it's former teammates playing this one out. Taco versus Showtime. Who is going to come out on top? And Showtime has the superior positioning in this Taco did manage to pick up an M4. He's got to be thinking that this player is probably in the site or in the back of the site somewhere, and it doesn't look like he's really going to be focusing too much on this area underneath of the drop, but he's coming around the corner. And oh, the one tap. Showtime takes him down. 16-14 is going to be the final score for map number 2 as my camera is just freaking out. Goodness gracious. Seizure warning, guys. Seizure warning. But 16-14 on map number 2. I believe the first map was 16-7 or 16-6, so... Team Zeus come out on top in a 2-0 fashion. Nicely done from them. And confirmation whether or not we're going to play a third map or not.